fresh, bringing it to you guys on a Thursday. I wanted to start our new playlist, and I'm talking loud because there's a storm coming, and also they're cutting the grass across the lake, so I'm going to be extra loud. My new 75-gallon tanks are in, and I'm just going to give you a little introduction. Carolyn and I will shoot a better video, and then I'll do more stuff with the tanks as we go along. But I just want to do a little introduction because they're in, and so let's get started. And I'm yelling purposely because of all the noise behind me. This is my 75-gallon tank for the fish. I chose to do it right now because they're eating, and I wanted to show you here. These were the plants. You see these? These are the Aquariums that was growing there before in the other 20-gallon tanks. Look at my archives. I didn't intend to keep these Aquariums. I kept them. I honestly thought they were going to be up here somewhere floating along, and I was going to fill up the tank here with other plants. But Carolyn, I'm going to stand up a little bit. Carolyn did such a nice job. As you see, here's a better shot. She did such a nice job of planting these that I decided I was going to keep them. And I actually was talking about not even getting any other plants, but Carolyn kind of inspired me to get this, sort of like it's an Amazon sword. And again, I'm talking loud so you can hear me, because I know this thunder is coming, and I wanted to catch them while they were eating. And you'll see there had some type of flower / leaves coming out. You see here. And I also got a water hyacinth that we'll talk about some other time as a species Sunday for plants. And it should grow flowers. A purple flower, if my brain serves me right. And it should propagate here on the surface here. I also, I can't say anything, a canister filter. I don't know what kind of canister filter. I haven't gotten that far yet. As you see here, it kind of goes from one, it sucks up the water here, and then it kind of spills it back out over here. Now, I have to do, obviously, a YouTube video on this particular canister filter, but I can't lie, for the number of fish that are in here, it really does a spectacular job. I wanted to also show you this. It's a little volcano with oxygen. Now, initially, I didn't have it there. The reason I have it there is, you see all the little oxygen coming up there, is that because you see how the fish are going to the other side here? They were all hanging out over here. Now, why were they hanging out over here? I checked it out on the internet. Is that because this flow, see the flow here? This flow creates oxygen for the fish. So they were being lazy or opportunistic and appreciating the oxygen levels that were here. And so that's why they were all hanging out here. But now that I have this little oxygen thing, and this is courtesy of our friends Danny and Ebert, who gave this to, and they're a married couple, Danny and Ebert, and they gave it to us during for Christmas. And so I thought it was very cool, and it came in handy because now the fish do hang out on the other side of the tank. And so that is what I got here. And you see all there's three primary varieties of fish here. You have Danios. These are the Danios here. That's just an example. You have here tetras. You see little tetras. And, 4 types. You will see rasboras, the brilliant rasboras. And you will also have a lot of algae eaters and loaches. You'll see a loach right here, an algae eater right here, and then you'll see a placo right here who's actually munching on something I threw in there. You see the placo wafer, and he's munching on that right now. So I got 4 placos in there. They're rather big. They're anywhere between 4 and 6 inches. So now, if you look at it, you'll see that the tank is rather well stocked. Now, but here's the key: is you need to do your research on your fish that number one, they all get along, and number two, that they're top level swimmers, they're mid-level swimmers, and then there are bottom dwellers. And that's really important that you know. And I'm gonna stand up here, see the bottom dwellers right here. And the reason that it's important, because this way you have a good, there's another loach right over there, you see him? It's a coolie loach right there. And it gives you a good well distribution and what fish actually school. See, these are ember tetras that school. And I just wanted to show you that, because this way you can have lots of fish and maximize the space in your fish tank. And this plant over here actually goes right here. And the reason for that is that because if I don't, you will see all this wide open space over here. You'll have birds coming and picking right over here at these fish, because if I don't cover it with the plants, you will see here, it gives a wide open perspective here of lunch for the fish. So that's what I got there for the fish. And for the turtles, you will see I do have a screen cover, because it's easier to manage, because the birds won't, even though they'll hang here, they won't attack. And so I don't need it. But I do have a screen cover. And the stands were also painted by Carolyn, so to prevent rust. Also, the same filter applies here. You see the same filter. You see that the water gets sucked up there, goes down, and then comes back out here like a little waterfall. Carolyn was awesome. When she comes here and we'll do another video, this is just an introductory video. She put in these docks over here, and I like these too. They're sort of like half docks. That's my man. Who is that? That's Jelly. And you'll notice here another small little stand. I really like it. And honestly, this is really now my pride and joy, this fish tank right here, because all three of them, remember I had them in a 20 long. I had peanut butter, excuse me, this is Jelly, I have peanut butter, and over there that's Tuscany. And now they're literally double the size of their world. And you see here there's Carolyn got this for me, the driftwood, a really nice large piece. And it's kind of interesting because before, you see these minnows here? These minnows, rosy red minnows, fathead minnows, they were devoured within 15 minutes of getting them in the old tanks, because the space, the reservoir of water was a lot smaller. But now these guys have been here for about a week. They ate about half of them, or I'd say about 30 of the fish. But the reality is that they can't keep up with how fast these guys are. So right now they'll eventually eat them, but they definitely last me a heck of a lot longer than they did before. So I love this tank, and this is the real reason why I got the 75-gallon tanks, because I figure I got one, I might as well get the other. And this is the real reason for my good friend Tuscany. She's doing great, 11 years old. Here's Peanut Butter, probably about 7 or 8 years old. And same thing with Jelly. And Jelly and Peanut Butter, they are either brother, sister, brother and sister. And because they're always together, and they were found together, and they're always together. So it really brings a smile to my face to see them all together. And thankfully, Tuscany gets along well with all of them, so they can all be together here in the 75-gallon tank. So I love it. These are the two tanks. Very blessed to have them. This is an introduction. We'll talk more about how, the driftwood. We'll definitely talk about the filters. We'll definitely talk about, how things roll here. Again, we'll talk more about the Synacris. But yes, these, before I fall and kill myself here, this is the finished product. I'm not going to add any more fish. I'm not going to add, obviously, any turtles. This is the finished product, and I'm really very pleased. I thank Carolyn profusely. I know she's going to come by and do a better video than I'm doing right now, because as you can see, it is starting to rain, and this happens every day right around the same time. It's about 3 o'clock, and the 3 o'clock storm is is here. So I wish all of you very well, and I thank you for watching this little video.